It was early in the morning when you stood in front of the cafe's door. Dust had gathered on the old wooden sign, and the glass bore the marks of years of neglect. You took a deep breath. Today was not going to be just another day. This cafe was now yours. As you stepped inside, dim light greeted you. Dust covered the tables. Forgotten napkins lingered in the corners. And even the coffee machine seemed to be rusting away. You thought to yourself, if I'm going to bring this place back to life, I'd better start with cleaning. You spent some time wiping the tables, picking up scraps from the floor, and straightening the shelves. Finally, you stood in front of the coffee machine. As you cleaned off its dust, it suddenly hummed back to life, clicking and clattering, as if it too wanted to breathe again. A strange hope filled your chest. The bell over the door jingled. Your very first customer had arrived. A middle-aged woman with a warm smile stepped in. "Good morning," she said cheerfully. "Has this place reopened? Wonderful. I've missed it so much." Her words gave you courage. You stepped behind the counter. She wanted a simple black coffee. You ground the beans, poured the hot water, and filled the cup. She took a sip, and her eyes lit up. "Just as I remembered." "Perfect," she said. Joy swelled inside you. Your first customer was satisfied. Soon after, the door flew open again. This time, a young man rushed in, speaking loudly on his phone and glancing impatiently at his watch. "Can you make me a latte? Quickly, I'm late." Your hands fumbled. In your haste, you added too much milk, and the cup overflowed slightly. The man grabbed it, took a quick sip, and shrugged. Too much milk, but it'll do." For the first time, you felt the sting of a mistake. Still, he left with his coffee in hand. As the day went on, more customers came through the door. Some smiled and praised your drinks. Others muttered that their coffee was too bitter. With each order, you learned, you practiced, you adjusted. But before the day ended, a small crisis struck. The coffee machine suddenly hissed and spat out smoke. You panicked, pressing buttons, until the machine fell silent. To fix it, you had to spend some of the money you'd earned. While you scrambled, a customer grumbled loudly from across the counter. "What kind of cafe is this? Can't even serve a proper coffee." Hearing such a harsh comment for the first time wasn't easy. But you didn't give up. With some effort, you got the machine running again. By evening, the lights were off and the day was done. You had earned a modest sum. Looking at the tables, you whispered to yourself, today was the beginning. Hard, but it worked. That night, you collapsed into bed, exhausted. In your dreams, you saw the cafe's former owner. His face was hidden in shadow, just a silhouette, leaning toward you to whisper, "Coffee takes patience. Rush, and you'll be lost." Look into your customer's eyes. The answer is there. When you awoke, your heart was full of both curiosity and determination. Tomorrow would be better.